Welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd give you a quick update today. I've been really excited about the new Soundwave set that's coming out. Having grown up in the 80s, I was a huge fan of the original Transformers cartoon. I collected the original G1 Transformer toys, but the one figure I never got was Soundwave, and he was a really cool character. He had these really cool cassettes that came out and transformed into animals, and his voice was just amazing. Ravage. I have to say the set looks amazing. Look like they've done a great job of replicating the G1 style of Soundwave. They've even reproduced Laserbeak and Ravage, the two cassettes. And they've also added a sound brick as well. Soundwave is a third in the Transformer icon range. We also have Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, which are great sets, but there are a few issues I want to resolve. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe. Your support means everything. Okay, so back in 2023, LEGO released the Optimus Prime transforming LEGO set, and this was an absolute mind-blowing experience for me. This was combining two of my favourite things, LEGO and Transformers. I mean, how good could it be? And to be honest, they didn't disappoint. The set was really good. The transforming capability was excellent. And it did look like the original toy that I had. But as a fan of the original cartoon series, I just thought it didn't quite have the same feeling as the cartoon character.
Let's roll.
Okay, so my original thought was to take the pieces from the Optimus Prime set and see if I could make something that looked like the G1 cartoon character. It wouldn't be transforming, I think that might be a bit too much to expect, but I wanted something that just looked less boxy and more like the character that we see in the cartoons. As you can tell, this is a work in progress. And I'm not sure about the backpack. This wasn't an original feature of the cartoon. I slightly adapted the head to make it a little bit wider, but I think the problem is the central mask section, the silver element, isn't quite wide enough. So this might need a bit of a rethink. I've kept the opening chest piece so that you can see the matrix of leadership. I've also made a good start on the legs. It's a bit more challenging because the blue components that you have in the set is a bit more limited in its choice. I also want to build the legs so they're able to move but also support the weight of the body. And I'm not sure that I've got the right hinge piece here for this. So still a bit of work to do on that front. I think the proportions work well, and other than a little bit of work on the back section, I think we're almost there. Some feedback comments would be great. Should I be trying to make a transformable robot, or do you think just a model that can stand on your shelf? I also wondered if I should worry about adding pieces despite trying to build this from the existing Optimus Prime set. Let me know what you think. It'd be great to have your comments. Okay, so about a year ago, LEGO also released a Bumblebee transforming a LEGO set. This was a nice set, but it didn't have the look of the G1 character from the cartoons. Nor did it look like any of the recent Transformer Bumblebee films. The problem for me was his arms. This really didn't look like the cartoon. He didn't have the large wheels sticking out, and I know this is a difficult thing to get rid of, but I was going to give it a try. It seems crazy, but I like to have a couple of things on the go, and when I feel in the mood for doing each piece, then I have a good crack at it. So you can see this is only partially built at the moment, but I'm trying to get round this idea of how do I get rid of the wheels when he's in the robot mode. So what I've done is I've built these sections so that they pivot in the middle and come back on themselves. And what you can see on this other side is that the arms will be attached to the inside of these. You'll be able to pivot them round and then they'll be on the outside. The back section of the roof will then come off and fold round to make his back. And as you can see, this will then bring his head out quite naturally. This is going to be a really tricky build, but I'm liking the way it's coming together already. You also need to give some good thought about how the legs are going to work. I do like the way the original was put together, but my model is actually slightly wider. I've felt that you've needed a bit more space within the body to be able to contain all the elements. So I'm going to need to adjust these front feet sections and make them a bit more sturdy. There's not as much progress on this one, but it's in its early stages and I think I'm going to make a good go of it. Of course, I'd love to hear your comments about what you think and whether I'm wasting my time trying to do this impossible task. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and see you next time.